Alright guys, you may or may not have seen the video because it seems to be processing on YouTube forever. But my last trip to the Ganaraska, after power sliding around a corner, my back end started feeling really washy and I was like, what the heck's up with that? So hop off the quad and what do I see? Unfortunately, one of the worst punctures you could hope for when you're off-roading on a quad. A wall puncture, and that's like a slice if I've ever seen one. So this screwdriver is pretty much exactly a centimeter. And as you can see, that screwdriver fits right inside that slice. So that's a pretty big puncture on the wall of the tire. So I need everyone's opinion. What can I do here? Because we spent 45 minutes on the side of the trail trying to break the bead on this damn tire. We even pulled off there's a stop sign on the side of the trail on a steel pole. So we took the steel pole and we laid it across the top of the tire like this. And we got a big 4x4 quad to drive up onto the steel ramp we jimmy rigged, and still, even with two guys standing on either side, this big 600-pound quad driving up on this steel jimmy rigged ramp, and three guys working with tire irons, we could not break the fucking bead on this ATV tire. And I've heard people tell me how hard it is to break a bead on an ATV tire, but I never realized just how hard it was until the weekend. So anyway, here's my dilemma. I can't get this damn ATV tire off by myself. So I can either buy a bead breaking tool from Princess Auto for $130 or something like that, or I can cut off the tire. So my question to you guys is this: is this tire at all worth keeping, considering the size of the puncture in the side of the tire? If it isn't worth keeping, what I'm going to do is just, take out the Sawzall and cut it off and buy a new tire and put it on myself. But if it's worth keeping this tire at all, I'm going to, want to somehow get it off this rim. And again, I've got no idea how to get it off because I've exhausted all my attempts at anything I could think of. So let's hear it, guys. Any suggestions? How the heck can I get this tire off this rim and keep the tire? Because I want to go riding in a couple weekends with the Banshee, but unless I get my tire situation sorted out, I'm shit out of luck. Because I thought, hey, 4-bolt pattern, full 4-bolt pattern, I'll just take off my 250R tires and use them for a weekend. But the stupid son of a guns, it's just barely different enough that this rim won't fit on that hub. Figures Yamaha and Honda wouldn't create a hub that's close enough that you can swap tires, but that's what I get for running multiple manufacturers. Anyway, back to the question at hand. Let me know. Cut it off or save it somehow. Tell me how. Forgot to mention, because we couldn't get this tire off the rim and we were, halfway to Bewdley, what I ended up doing was taking a patch kit, which is intended to go on the inside of the tire, obviously. But again, because we couldn't get the tire off the rim, we ended up patching this tire on the outside of the tire using the rubber cement patch method. And it lasted about 40 kilometers before it finally blew loose. But, I was impressed. 40 kilometers, as long as you baby your ATV when you're riding with a patch on it, I would keep one of those rubber cement circular patch kits handy, just in case you ever get a puncture on the wall of your tire like this. It will do in the case of a pinch. Saved me. I was able to get to Bewdley and back to the parking lot, no problem.